Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Sophie and this channel is chronicling my journey of living my best life with multiple chronic health conditions. I guess I will start by first saying that we are now adding to the chronic health condition list. I did get the CTA this morning and I do have fibromuscular dysplasia. I will be making a video about it, but I may wait until I see a specialist in it, but that's not until October. I may make a smaller video about it before then, but I haven't decided yet. But yes, so we're adding another diagnosis. Just a lot to process just because of some of the implications it has as to things I am able to and things I should not be doing, which I'll talk about in the video I make, maybe next week, I don't know. I am off of work today, which is Monday, March 20th is when I'm filming this. I had a virtual appointment with the interventional pulmonologist at Cleveland Clinic to talk about the stent that was going to go in April, and I did say was, so now it is not going to happen in April because I brought up the fact that I thought it was going to stay in, but apparently since I live so far away and I guess he's not comfortable with me being where I am on the East Coast with a stent because they do cause problems, I guess enough of the time where he's just not comfortable. So it was going to be one of the things where they were going to put it in on a Tuesday and take it out on a Thursday. And I said that I was hoping I would be staying in so I could come back in the fall and get either the cardiopulmonary exercise test done or the invasive cardiopulmonary exercise test. And he basically said, like, I'm complicated enough to where that makes a lot of sense and we should just do that instead. So no stent in April, but that does not mean the trip is a waste. I am still seeing the allergy immunologist. And surprisingly, I am seeing the pulmonologist who specializes in autonomic dysfunction. So hopefully we will be able to get the invasive cardiopulmonary exercise test scheduled and actually completed this time for later in the year. I have no idea when that will be. I will know more about that when I go to Cleveland in 3 or 4 weeks at this point. So that's a good thing. I'm excited about seeing this doctor. I wanted to see him for a while, as you know, and I was told he had no availability the week I was coming up. So I was very surprised when they called last week, Thursday or something, and told me I was scheduled with him. It may have had something to do with the form I filled out to amend my right heart cath with exercise, because the oxygen extraction was not normal, and I put in all of my studies with links, and I couldn't put images in, but I put like what the normal results were or what the study results were, even if they were in populations that had things wrong with them, and then I put in what my results were, which were worse than the results even with people with like pulmonary arterial hypertension and whatnot, just to sort of drive my point home that, hey, this needs to be changed, this isn't correct, this was not a normal test. It may have had something to do with that. I find it kind of suspicious that I submitted that on like Monday or Tuesday, and then Thursday I'm getting a phone call that I have an appointment with this pulmonologist. But anyway, that's a good thing. Then I'll also be having some autonomic testing while I'm there. I'll have a tilt table test, which I'm expecting to be normal because of all the precautions I take. And then I'll have a QSART, which is kind of to see how your sweating response is. And that can also help see if you have small fiber neuropathy. What else do I have going on? I'll have an echocardiogram and some blood work done. And that's currently all that's scheduled, but as I know from prior visits to Cleveland, there's always more that they happen to throw in while you're there. But right now I only have things on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so my Thursday and Friday are completely open. I am undecided whether or not to come home early if they stay open. I was planning on having lunch with someone on Saturday before I flew back, but it doesn't really make sense to stay an extra 3 nights in a hotel if it's not needed, but I'll make those decisions when I'm in Cleveland. Other than that, and the new diagnosis, well, I guess with the new diagnosis, I did schedule myself to see a fibromuscular dysplasia specialist, but that's not until October, as I said, and also another local cardiologist, as I am once again being told I need to exercise consistently. But with everything going on, I'm not sure what I am supposed to be doing to do this safely, as well as to be able to recover because of the impaired oxygen extraction. So I will be seeing a sports cardiologist in April, the week after I come back from Cleveland, to hopefully get an idea of what I should or should not be doing when it comes to exercise. Because again, as always, one condition says I should do one thing, another condition says no, don't do that thing, do this thing. Another condition says no, that thing isn't going to work. So we'll see what a cardiologist comes up with. Until then, I'm just going to sort of listen to my body and do what I can do, taking into account the new limitations I should be following with the diagnosis of fibromuscular dysplasia. Also, I am going to be seeing a functional nurse practitioner. Never seen a functional doctor before, but I figure, again, with everything going on with me, I wouldn't mind just having another type of doctor take a look to see if they can find anything else I could be optimizing with everything going on. I just have to laugh because, guys, I don't know. I'm sure you can see when I swallow, like my swallowing is still really tight. It's really uncomfortable. I don't know what's going on with that either. I'm not seeing anyone about that. It's kind of far down on my list of problems at the moment, but it is really annoying. And then something I said on the last video I was going to come back to and then realized after I uploaded the video I never came back to was the high cholesterol and the fatty liver. So on my CT scan I got a couple weeks ago, it said I had a decrease in my fatty liver appearance. Now the CT scan was not a high-res CT scan, so they're not really comparing apples to apples, as I said in that video. But if there really is a decrease in my fatty liver, then that may explain why my cholesterol skyrocketed again. Or it could have been because I was eating burgers. But I did just want to mention that maybe it was because of the fatty liver getting better. And if you cannot tell, I am part Italian. I do talk with my hands a lot. You just normally cannot see them, but now with this setup, you can. So I have one hand under my leg and the other hand is talking to you guys as well. But that was all of my medical update. It was longer than I was hoping it was going to be because, as always, a lot's going on with me. Obviously, I will keep you guys updated. There should not be any new medical updates until after I get back to Cleveland. No, that's not true. I see the urologist on Thursday, my retina specialist next Wednesday, the functional nurse practitioner next Thursday, and I also get some lab work done for work, and then nothing until April. I see my rheumatologist, which I'm not expecting anything because she never does anything. Then I go to Cleveland for a week, and then when I come back, I see the cardiologist. So it's kind of back to life as normal. When you have multiple chronic conditions, you're always going to the doctors. Gonna try to make it work with my work schedule. I will be giving my supervisors a heads up, but I should be able to make it work with my work schedule. Thankfully, I work from home and I can make my calls on the road if I need to. But yeah, guys, so another diagnosis to add to the list, new restrictions I should be following. Yeah, I'll tell you guys more about fibromuscular dysplasia either Saturday instead of the biopsychosocial thing or Wednesday. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Sorry it was so long. Had a lot to update you guys on, and I'll talk to you guys on Saturday about something. Bye, guys.